Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, welcome to a Gamer Encounters of Surviving the Aftermath. And this is a sponsored video by Paradox. That's right, they actually reached out to me and said, we'd like to sponsor a video to check out the new Surviving the Aftermath, which has received many updates, and it's actually coming to Steam. And that it will be releasing relatively soon, early 2021. So we've got a lot to check out. This is a game that I've been relatively curious about. I've listed it in the upcoming games, city building games list videos, and we checked it out a while back, early on in early access, and there was some janky stuff, but so much has been done, and I'm really hoping that this has fleshed out into something great. So alright, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so let's recap where Surviving the Aftermath is. There's this eye icon right here, and this is the changelog. Now, the last time I checked it out was early on in early access, like Expanded Colony, Bandits, and Societies, I think somewhere around here. So I've not seen all of this. Expeditions, I think we saw a little bit of. Great Minds, Sanctuary, this I definitely haven't seen. Hostile World, Law and Order, Tainted Earth, First Settlers, Uncharted Lands, and the most recent update, which is coming with the Steam release of early access on Steam, which I think a lot of people will be happy with, is Mysteries of the Wasteland, which is update 11, I think it is. And essentially it adds quests into the game. But this is a lot of stuff. Also, apparently in one of these, I think Uncharted Lands, there was a graphical overhaul, which is going to be good. So hoping the game today looks a lot better as well. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the settings. Anything changed here? Probably not. Graphic settings, it's all high, right? Audio, separate audio sliders, great. There's no voice acting as far as I know. Capture mouse, edge scrolling. This is mouse lock, I think. Oh, no, the capture mouse is mouse lock, I think. Key bindings. Yeah, that's fine. Key bindings, I assume. Can I? Yes, we can change the key bindings. Okay. We're gonna click on new game here, and I will leave the tutorial on because I've only played this once before and it was a while back, so I'm gonna say yes. And we get to design our starting world. Now, clearly, I'm not super experienced with the game, so but we don't want a super easy start either. So I think for most of these, I'm gonna go for the middle option, the medium settings. And you can see the difficulty here. It's 8% there, 17% there, 25% there. So I guess I don't know if you can go above 100%. If we go for everything, maximum difficulty, I think... Suffering a success. Yeah, it goes to 100%. Let's restart that. Yes, leave the tutorials on. I'm gonna say for our environment, the world is desolate and unforgiving. Average temperature and humidity, fertile soil 25%. The most fertile soil you can get is 40%. Least is 10, okay. Catastrophes. The world has passed, the worst has passed, the time to rebuild. Contamination level 35%. It's still a dangerous world, but will prevail. Or we could go for it feels like the apocalypse never ended. Let's not push ourselves too hard here. Resources. Prepared well in advance, scrounge together what they could, start with barely anything. I'm gonna say scrounge together what they could. Ideology. So this doesn't affect difficulty, so let's see what this is. There's no survival guide for a post-apocalypse like this. Different people have different ideas on how to survive, with none more right or wrong than the other. Unlocks more options in the tech tree. What kind of a leader are you? A hardy survivalist, which additional tech options for more efficient survival methods. A colony builder, additional tech options improve the colony efficiency. Or the wasteland explorer, additional tech options for exploration with other advancements. Colony builder? I feel like I'm more of a colony builder, right? We do city building. So I want to click on colony builder. Though I will be exploring quite a bit because I want to see what the quests are as well. But we'll go for colony builder for these techs. So we'll just keep that in mind. The tech tree is probably limited. Well, it probably has 3 paths, and 1 is least limited based on your choice. Gatekeeper. So this is sort of the, you know, in RimWorld where there's like the AI, which makes things happen. This is sort of the events that happen at your gate. So life is unfair, but sometimes it feels like you are not alone. The path is challenging, lenient and helpful, challenging but fair, no restrictions, anything is possible. Suffering or success. Every moment I live is agony. It's tough. It's a tough road to walk, but never unfair. I'm gonna go challenging but fair. I think that's a good representation. Difficulty for both of these is the same. It goes from 50 to 67%. So suffering or success is probably more random than more difficult. So this is probably easy. This is probably normal. This is not hard. This is random, which might make it hard, I guess, but it's just chaos. Now this is a new screen for starting up. Specialist. Specialist is sort of one of the things that sets this apart from some of the other survival city builders, because it's sort of a more focus on some individual characters. Like usually you have people working around and sometimes they have individual skills and stuff, but this one you really do have specialists, almost like hero characters. So we get to choose 3. Platy was the default. Last time I played this, I think Platy was like the only choice or something. No, I remember Jin. I think, if I'm not misremembering. I don't know what's good, but you can see there's action points. It feels very Fallout. The world map, which is the sort of exploration, questing, slight grand strategy feel to it, is where this comes in handy. It's more of an RPG tactics thing going on the world map. So there's speed, 6 action points. Some have 7. But I don't know what's really good. Like, I don't know if 15 damage, like the highest it goes is 25. I think that's how we can get the scope of things. Like research, 300 is the highest, 150 is the lowest, yeah? Scavenge, 10% is the lowest, 50% is the highest. Recovery, 15 is the lowest, 25 is the highest. Okay, so I got some scope of what things are. But I think just the title up there is gonna be good. Platy, Scavenger, Fighter, Scientist, Scout. Yeah, so we've got a few classes here. I think we gotta go for Platy for the Scavenger. And then we need a Fighter. I'm pretty sure we need a Fighter. Do we want Fritz? Do we want Scrapper? Or do we want Markeda? Or Baron. Baron. Having spent half his life with wildly successful raiding parties, Baron has generated quite the fortune. Alright, I like Baron. Let's go for Baron. And then we need to pick a Scientist or Scout. Scientist or Scout? I think I'll go for Scientist, because Scavenger, it's kind of like a pseudo-scout. So Scientists, we have Stella, Hex, Satoshi, Kate. Yeah, those 4. So we probably want to, does the Scientists have like, they're all 300 SP per day. Hex does more damage, but less scavenging. I think I want the scavenging. Oh wait, no, maybe I want the damage, so the Scientist can fight a bit more. It won't affect the amount of science we can do, as far as I can tell. And Kate has less recovery. I'm gonna go with Hex. I like Hex. Alright, good. Continue. Visuals. Now, this is one area which I wish there were more options. Like, because the colors, the theme that we tend to use on this channel is using a snake, and recently I've been using a more of a gold banner, but I feel like this could look better. I wish there were more options here. I want to have so many options. Some of these are pretty cool though if you mix them together nicely. Blue and orange, always a good one. Like just putting fire on orange. Fire. This looks great. That looks good. Got some nice triangles. The red banner looks good. The yellow, I mean, this purple snake, I think doesn't really look good on anything. Like maybe if you put purple on purple, but then it just looks a little mismatched. I feel like the snake needs to change color, but... And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. You know, I think I'll stick to the snake. We can go with this. This is fine. This is fine. Visuals. Colony name, of course. We live in Dwellmend. Colony motto, survive and thrive, divide and conquer. Under the shade we flourish, never conquered, always feared, divide and conquer, good luck, have fun. Okay. What's our colony motto? I'm gonna say our Thaton motto from Crusader Kings. What was it? Thaton is our strength will engulf the world. Was it until our strength engulfs the world? I think that's what it was. Until our strength engulfs the world. Confirm. Dwellmend. I know, it's a bit of a mismatch, but I like the motto. Until our strength engulfs the world. Here's our summary. Looks good. Let's start the game. So we're gonna go a few hours today to check out as much as possible in this. And this is, as I mentioned earlier, this is a sponsored stream. But I've already said everything I have to say, basically. It's coming to Steam. And after this, I can say whatever I want, so no worries. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. My main concern is kind of like what happened in our last checking of this game, is where we had some issues with fighting the wildlife, and half my colony died because I just didn't have control. So we're gonna try relearn some of the basic mechanics. I don't know what's exactly changed with all the updates, but here we are. Here's in the game. It's hard to tell the exact graphical updates from the last version to now, but this Fog of War, I'm pretty sure, is new. On the lookout for a new home. I hope there's this is a quest update, so I hope there's a lot more of these. Something has happened. We need to make a decision. I like those. I like those in City Builders. Makes it a bit more personal. Finding a piece of inhabitable land is not an easy task at the end of the world. What you see before you is what is left of us and our planet. It has fallen to you to rebuild the society with the aid of your people and the modest resources you start with. Welcome to the Aftermath, survivor. Build a campsite to mark the center of your new colonies. Scout for a suitable location from the mist by moving the specialists. Oh, so we're actually kind of supposed to scout around to find a better start. I mean, this is where the gate is. We have plastics, we have pollution, we have planks, right? We have berries there, we have metal there, more planks there. I mean, I think it's put us in a decent enough spot. Right? There's some water here, which... Oh, there's more water here. Okay. So there's... I think we can just start here. Giant... Oh, we're actually kind of surrounded by pollution. Is this the best spot? Oh, I should keep in mind the fertile soil as well. This green grass. Explore your surroundings. Order the specialist to search for loot by clicking on a foggy area with the right mouse button, or simply A on a controller. Oh, alright, there's controller support. Got it. Search for loot by clicking on the... Okay. Let's see what happens when we just scout in. Right? There's no rush, because things don't really happen to you until the gate is set up. Oh. Oh. It's all in the Fog of War, I see. Large concrete ruin. Oh, okay, this might be a slightly nicer start over here with a concrete ruin. There's a fierce mouse. Okay, here's something I want to know. If we approach these mice, do they aggro? Can we kill them? Oh, there's a bunch of them. Alright, nice. Nice. So far, interacting with the wildlife feels okay. So this fog, once it's explored, there's no temporary fog of war, just the permanent. So it's always revealed once we scout it. This looks like a nice spot. Slightly nicer up here, lots of fertile land, a nice lake. We've got some pollution, plastic, large concrete ruin, berries. Can I see another spot of berries down here? Oh, those were down there. Okay, so this is a nice spot. But I don't want to build directly on the fertile land, so I think I'll go ahead and put our campsite right here, slightly off between these two polluted areas. It feels dangerous, but that's actually kind of the best spot. Yeah, let's start right here. Construction completed, campsite. Hunting. So I don't know which particular new feature came with which update, but I don't remember hunting being a specific part of things. I just remember fighting off groundworms and scarabs, I think, before this. So there was some kind of weird bug thing. Wild animals have been noted to roam around the area. Specialists can hunt local wildlife to gain meat and bring security. Animals will always defend themselves. Some do not hesitate to ram into you, even if you are just passing by their territory. You can see the level of anyone's aggressiveness by selecting living beings from the overlay menu. Where is the overlay menu? Living beings. I see. I think not much is living around here. Oh, it's raining. I always like looking at the rain graphics in games. It's nice. Okay. So I'm not sure if we should just continue. We probably should actually, since there's fog, we might be right next to a bunch of resources. Oh, is this just massive pollution? Okay. We might be next to a bunch of resources if we don't actually scout our immediate vicinity. Shoot the flare. Okay. We can shoot a flare. I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm not too sure. Okay, the inhabitants. Prompted by the specialist signal flare, the rest of your group arrives. Oh, I was supposed to do that. I accidentally did the right thing. The rest of your group arrives at the prepared campsite. Despite all the hardship ahead, it's time to rebuild and turn this hostile place into a home. So here's all our people. So this is what usually survival city builders have as inhabitants. Just random people. We can rename them, okay, but the specialists are kind of a sort of standout hero unit, right? Okay, so we probably have to build a bunch of shelters. There's some unused land here, so let's go ahead and go water collector, produces water in small quantities. Probably should have one of these set up. What is this? Does it go totally on the water? Or perhaps we should just start with a well. Right? We can have the well. Groundwater's all kind of here. So I think I'll just pop a well there. And then we have to build houses. Tents house 2. We have 10 colonists are homeless, so we need 5 of these. And I'll build on the more barren area here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have 1 extra. Build 6 of those. Alright, get to work. What else should I get? Emergency shelter can house 6. We don't need that. We should probably put down a stockpile. And food storage. Somewhere close to the center of town, right? Makes more sense. So if I put the stock... These stockpiles can be expanded. Let's make sure we plan for that. Alright, I put a stockpile there. And food storage... here. Right? Building with specialists. Oh, specialists can build. Buildings are not ready to use right after placement, but need to be constructed first. Open storage category from the build menu. Place a stockpile and food storage within your scouted area. Once the buildings have been placed, select specialists. Move to the construction zone. Got it. Are there Yeah, okay, they can help build. Are there control groups? Right now? No. Wait, no, I'm pressing the numbers. That's speed controls. I don't know if there are control groups. It's okay. You guys get to building. The more normal citizens are also getting to construction, waiting for resources. I don't know if this pollution... Yeah, move environmental station's work area to dispose of the pollution. I don't know if there's... Is this really bad for us? Maybe, maybe. Okay, constructions are finishing up here. We have this, so we can move the work area. Can we get both of these together? The planks and the large concrete ruin? And food storage is coming along. Should I build a warehouse? I probably should build storage for everything, right? That makes sense. Next to the stockpile. Just keep it all nice and compact, like that. Good. Okay, it clears the tree by itself. Planks coming in. Building more shelters, I think. Yeah, waiting for builder. Great. We have 7, total population 10. 7 carriers, 3 children. I think the specialists don't count. You guys help build things as well. There we go. They're grabbing resources, then going out to build. Okay, so that helps. So we can have a total of 10 specialists, I can see. This is how we find them more easily. Great. Can we tell specialists to gather resources as well? Yes, we can. So that provides a lot of direct control over units, which is something that I kinda like. Okay, we just need one more shelter built. Specialists build... Yeah, specialists really speed things along, right? Help build that. Alright. Water shortage. This is currently being built. I should probably... Can a specialist help build while... I think multiple people can build at the same time, right? Yeah. So the specialist and the normal citizens can build at the same time. Water's gonna come in. 4 constructions finished. Great. So I think... Oh, this has been put down. Can I move the work area to encompass... Oh, those rats come back. Let's see. Set it to there. Oh no, the rats don't come back. They're just dead. So I probably should gather the rat carcasses first, right? Go grab that. Oh, there's like a nice little flag thing. Oh, you can just click on the flag and move it. Okay, that's new. That makes things a little bit easier. You can just click on this barrel flag sign thing. Work marker, I guess you could call it. Alright, the well is down, so our water production is 7, consumption 10. Oh, that's not good. Water. Water tower? Stores and distributes water within a small area. Clean water storage, water well. Produces water in small quantities. Requires worker who gathers water from local pond or lake. Must be built on a shore. Halts during heat waves and fallouts. So... I'm confused a little bit about how to place this. Because it's not able to be placed... Does it need like a really flat coast or something? I see the arrows going green here. Oh, there we go. Oh, so just... Okay, I got it. That bit needs to be sticking out. Oh, that effect on the border from red to pale yellow. I was not quite seeing that before. I assume it was happening here as well? No? It can't be placed here? Oh, can't be placed in unexplored area. I didn't realize that's Fog of War. Okay. That's why we're having problems. Alright, guys, scout the immediate vicinity. Does shift clicking work? Yes. No, it doesn't. I'm not sure. Okay. That's why I was so confused. Okay, the fog of war is new for me. Now we should be able to go to water collector and place it here. Okay. Do I want it there? Yeah, I think so. Build that. You can start building that right away. There's some animals here, majestic deers and fierce mice. Just help build that as well. Water shortage. I should probably just double up on the well again as well, right? I know there's a bunch of pollution here. I can just stick a well out here, right? Who's not working? You can help build that as well. We'll deal with that. Basic gathering. Scientists can gather some basic resources, command them to nearby berries, planks, concrete deposits. Top bar shows how much you currently have in storage. Great, all the resources are up here. I think mostly currency is new from the last time I played because I think trading wasn't in. Most of this, I think, was the same. Yeah. But I'm not sure if any of these have been expanded. Harvestable crops and stuff like that. Okay. Construction complete. Water collector. Great. One person gets to work there. Alright. That tiny eye icon works there. Great. Have we collected these things? Rat carcasses. We have some venison. Okay. We should continue building things. What should be next? Got it. We should ask you. Maybe Cat, get those berries. You, get those planks. You, get those berries. Start collecting some stuff. No point wasting time. Let's see. Fishing hut, trapper. We started near water for a reason. How do I fit this, though? Needs to be on the shore. Okay. The error message is right here above my head. I should pay attention to that. Not the other way, right? No. Oh, I see. Only half of it needs to be there. Okay. So, where's a good spot for it? Can I fit it here? Oh, I positioned these things a little awkwardly. That's my fault. I think here's the best spot. Build that fishing hut. Good. I think someone collected some of that rat carcass as well. Oh, something's going on. Among the debris. Right, there is Twitch integration. I'm gonna skip that. Among the debris. While looking for materials, a worker from the recycler has spotted a child living among the heaps of rubbish. Not one of yours. The child must have been there a long time. You come up to a rinky-dink place put together... from plastic bottles and rubber bands. This is my home. I have nowhere else to go. The kid whispers while staring at the ground. Take them in. +1 colonist. You look at the child sitting on top of the debris pile with its hollowed cheeks and dark circles under the eyes. You ask them to join your colony, explaining that these resources will slowly be put to other use. The child looks neither happy nor sad, but quietly nods and takes your hand as you make your way back to the colony. One more child. Rat carcass depleted, okay. Plastic and metal. So we gotta build recyclers and scrappers. So that quest, well that message was a little preemptive, I think. We don't have a recycler yet. We are collecting scrap, I think, but we don't have the recycler yet. But we should have a recycler. So let me go ahead and... I'm gonna pop the recycler... Objects underneath blocking construction. I'm gonna pop the recycler... Where's the next pile of... Up this way? Oh, there's 2 here. Okay, we should just pop it right here. This looks good. Right, we can get that going. This has no more to work. Grab those berries. You can help build the recycler. I should also go ahead and put down a scrapper, which requires this stuff. I put it up here. I think this is... What's in the way here? Oh, planks. Okay. Scrapper. Well, we'll be moving the work area eventually anyway. So let's just put it here. Right, you... What are you guys doing? You... Where'd I put it? Here. Help. Hex, help build that. Insufficient construction materials for scrapper because it requires concrete and stuff. Concrete and planks are available to be collected. This has our resources. We have 13 planks. We have very little concrete. So I should send you to start gathering concrete. I should send you to start gathering concrete. And I should send you to start gathering those planks. Okay. Using the specialists to do all this stuff is actually really nice because you often get stuck in this game and it's like, oh, I need to start focusing on something. Having the specialist have such direct control is it makes things a bit more flexible. Storage types. A multitude of resources are stored in different storage buildings based on their type. Proper storage ensures usability and safety of resources. Stockpile, food storage, warehouse. Warehouses for refined items, right. Got it. Okay, so the specialists pick things up. How much do they carry? I'm gonna watch this. So currently Platy is dropping off concrete, which is gonna be 3. And Hex, also 3. Okay, so they carry 3 of each resource. That should allow the scrapper. The recycler is ready to go, so we can speed the construction of that. Right, good. This large concrete ruin, this plank's almost done. Oh, we also haven't finished building this water well. No, it is. No. Yes. No, it's being built right now. Perhaps I'm expanding a bit too quickly. Our water supply was fixed with the water collector. Plank deposits depleted. So we can customize the allowed resources. So, planks. What's all this stuff? Oh, there's a small concrete ruins. Currently it's just covering that large concrete ruin. It's just more concrete. Okay, so our work area for this is set to only concrete. This scrapper, do we have enough? Platy, you're collecting concrete. You help build that. You. So we don't have anything collecting wood, so we should have you set on finishing up those planks there. And now we need to build the gate to open our town to the rest of the world. I feel a little underprepared, but will you ever feel prepared? Okay, build to the world map, got it. Which is here, I think. Is there anything else we can build right now? Fishing hut, trapper, water collector, water tower, recycler, lumberyard, forester. I probably should get grows saplings and plants in the specified work area. I should... oh, this requires 8 plastic. This requires 8 sheet metal. I think we can get these 2 down, right? Tailor, tool shop. Medical tent, burial pit. Oh, we actually haven't built a lot of stuff. Green bushes, no construction. Oh, we can decorate. Does it auto-rotate? No. I'm just gonna auto-rotate. I'm gonna put... I have to do this. We're gonna decorate a little bit. Do that. Do that. Do that. Okay. We're gonna have some bush rows here. Any of our specialists idling about? Yeah. Build a bush. You don't have to collect. Can you collect? Oh, you can't collect from the scrap metal. So under resources, scavenge plastic or fiber, metal and junk. Okay, that's getting those two things. Lumberyard, forester. Do we have enough people to run these things? I think that's a problem. We've only got 4 people spare right now, so I think we should actually build a gate, which is gonna need a lot of stuff. Sheet metal. So the scrapper does produce sheet metal, right? Yes. So that produces sheet metal, and the recycler does produce 2 types of plastic. This is 1 fiber and 3 plastic per day. Then we just need lots of concrete and wood. Yeah, eventually we're gonna have planks depleted. Alright. Baron was carrying a bunch of planks, so we're speeding that up. Where's the next? That's concrete. We have enough concrete, I think. We actually have less concrete than... Should probably just keep grabbing planks, right? Yeah. X. Keep building these bushes. It's gonna look good, I promise. I'm just greenifying the deserty area a bit. Oh, since this requires 20, I should actually put Baron on building the gate. You build 1 more. Yeah, we have to build a gate to send our specialists out to the world map. I don't know if we can access the world map yet. Oh, we can. We can't do anything here. But here's the world map, which is one of the things that is sort of the unique selling point of this game. I don't remember mountains in the game. Like this, particularly. So, I'm curious to see how they've changed this up. So let's stop building pink flower bushes and set our specialists. Who's not you? Platty, also help construct that gate. Is this still working? It is, right? Yeah, there's still plenty of berries here. Good. This is accessing the concrete. Yep. We have... Not the same person, is it? Flora? Mila? They all have the same profile picture. Layla. Citizens could do with a few more profile pictures. I was confused. It looks like the same person. Can we actually see... What other colonists do we have here? Valerie? William? Is it just a coincidence that the 3 people with the same profile picture? Hannah?
Wow.
Edward? Lee? That's Layla. Okay. I think it was just a coincidence. But yeah, more profile pictures would be handy, so that doesn't happen. Because look at this. Oh, it's her. It's still her. It's still her. 4 constructions finished, so... Oh, right. We finished this, and it is not... It's Layla. That's the same name. Okay. Insufficient construction materials for the gate. Yeah, adjusting work. No, back. Pollution deposits. Right, this stuff. Pollution deposits spread pollution, contaminating nearby buildings and causing radiation sickness. Got it. So we're gonna have to try and clear this out. Eventually. For the most part, we've dodged it. It's a little close on a recycler here. Okay. But that's fine. Water supply balance is 20 surplus. So we're short on metal sheets. Don't suppose we could speed this up in any way. Can specialists help with metal? No. Oh, all the bushes were built. Well, planted. Ah, look at that. Nice. I guess we just have to... Maybe I should be scouting around. Let's gather up all of our specialists here. And actually scout a little bit more. I don't know if we'll be able to find any metal sheets. Because I don't want to build another one, but maybe I should. Build another scrapper. Because we get 3 a day. We only need 2 more. So it'll be built in a day. It should be fine. Let's just keep exploring. There we go. More plastics. More mice. This is a bit of a river thing. This empty area here looks like there should be something. Because there's no trees. No, it's just a clearing. Alright, fine. Oh, we're under attack. These are the bugs I was thinking of before. Rat beetles. Nope. Shoot them. Okay. We cleared them. The big rat beetle carcass gives venison. But you know what? Sure. It's a hunting trip. Go get those rat beetles. Berries depleted. Alright, we still have more berries there. How is our food supply? 94 food. 3... we have 3 fish, I think, which is over here. Yeah, we have 3 sheet metal. So this should be constructing anytime soon. Let me just grab the Baron. You're gonna shift to finishing off the gate. And then we'll be into the outside world. So I think we can't produce any science until we're out onto the main world. And how is the tech tree? Okay, it goes pretty far now. From survival skills and pack tactics. Also, we picked the focus on city building, basically. Delicacy. So I think efficiency, people, building unlock. So like this tech tree looks durability. This tech tree looks like it's got a lot of the brown text. So that's probably because of my focus on colony building. So this is, we're probably not seeing like 2 main lines here. People, efficiency, durability, decorations, ideology. Or would ideology text be marked with the light blue? I'm not sure. It just looks... Was I missing? Oh, that was all just on the food. Okay, my mistake. There's a lot more to this. Okay, I see. So that was food production colony. So this is our tech tree. I see. Because we picked colony. Exploration. So you see how limited exploration is, and production. Production's pretty big as well. Okay, so we picked this. There's so many techs. There's so many techs. Okay, there's a lot more techs than before. We're gonna keep hunting that stuff. Baron. Supposed to be helping to build the gate. Priority. Let's set it to high. Okay. Let's get the gate open. Should I prep any extra houses? I currently have an extra tent. Perhaps I should just put down one more tent. Facing this way. Prep one more tent. The gate is being built, though. Barons at it. Ah, okay. Finally, the world map. So doing things like this took us half an hour to get to building the gate. 2 deposits depleted. All right. The beetles we killed. Into the new world. Congratulations, you've rebuilt the gate and gained access to the world map. The gate is now open and the vast world stands ready for your specialists to explore. This progress has not gone unnoticed. Soon your colony will begin to attract varying folk, some good, others desperate, some tricksters, and those who just want to see you destroyed. Arm the gate with colonists or keep some specialists close by to defend yourself from the inevitable raids. Alright. Last time I played, when I played... last time I played early in early access, we were raided once, but it was very confusing. It was very confusing. A group of survivors arrived at the gate. You need to make a decision. Oh, here they are. Hello. I didn't think you really live here? Together? We've been traveling for so long, running from everyone else. I thought that's all there was left. 1 adult, 2 elders, 0 children. They bring some fish, tools. Oh, do we get this scavenger as well? Pinkman? Runt of the litter. With little care or love, he spent his formative years in a juvenile gang. Okay, if we get a scavenger, I think we can take the elders. So that we're gonna need... Yeah, we're building another house right now, so it's fine. Accept. So we have Pinkman. So I should... We have the Baron, who I can man with another person, I see. Or I can just leave the Baron here. But for now, let's go to the world map. There's now things we can interact with. So can I... Who's our... Platy is our scavenger, right? Right. So Platy, I'm gonna send to the world map. Scientist. Scavenger. Pinkman, I can also... Oh, recovering from wounds. Okay. Recovering from wounds? Oh. They're all injured from the beetles, I think. Okay, Platy's on the world map. Let us go and scavenge this camping site. Let's see if this works similarly to before. There was something here that confused me last time. It was the chance percentages. I think it was showing the chance percentage of failure when I thought it would be chance percentage of success. And I'm not sure. So, see, scavenge... Oh, I think they've clarified it's now efficiency. Right. So before... This UI is totally new. From the last time I played anyway. Doing actions like moving on the world map uses a specialist's action points. Once they've been spent, a specialist needs to rest for a time before they can carry out new orders. Got it. So... There we go. Hazards. Right, it was the hazards. I think it used to say hazards 30%, and I'm like, what does that mean? Now it's got some a clearer iconic sort of display. Very good. So we have this scientist. Research mission efficiency. So I should send the scientist out to the world map to do the science things. Also, can we prioritize this building? So you help build that house. Oh, so we should prep maybe 2 more tents. Right? Baron, you don't need to be standing there the whole time. Help build another house. Okay. Hex, you are gonna go do... So that's our movement distance there. Let's do this. Gaining science? Yes. Resources, science points. This one is prime meat. That one's gonna be plastic. Okay. So they could take damage per day. That's how that works. Alright. So we do have 300 science points. Demolishing buildings. Okay, got it. Tent completed, so people now all have homes. Let's go to the tech tree. There are so many things here. Bartering. Frontier outpost. Heavy tarps. Give the houses more durability. Nurses. Work slot. Crowbars. Production speed plus 20%. That's actually kind of just useful. Survival skills. Production speed plus 20% for food. I think I should... Can I queue researchers? I should get... No, I can't queue researchers. I should get these basic production techs first, right? Tech tree. You have collected your first science points. You can now open the tech tree and choose your first technology. Unlocking technologies requires both science points and time. Got it. So we're getting survival skills, which takes 15 hours, I think. So on the world map, you're now done, right? So we can tell Hex to... Oh, she's still researching location. Okay. Does it show how much is left in here? Maybe she's just not done. It's fine. They seem busy, so I'm gonna leave it. Okay, researching survival skills. Scout sectors, right. Use action points to scout. Got it. That works kind of like Northgard, right? You're scouting these regions. I've seen a lot of this sort of region-based gameplay recently. It's kind of a trend. Humankind is doing region-based gameplay. Okay, there is something that I'm kind of concerned of, which was the problem from before, right? One of the major problems that we had before, the last time we played, what kind of caused me to rage quit, was that there were wild animals that when your normal citizens encountered, they would be forced to fight, right? It wasn't we aggroed the wild animals aggroed us. And, right? So basically, the last time I played, I think it was in the top right, there was like a sandworm, which I didn't realize was there. And we went to collect some planks, and even though the sandworm, or soil worm, or whatever it is static, it can't move, all of our civilians just kept walking up to the worm and dying. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the case now. It seems like they've reduced the existence of killer worms, at least. So, no, Baron. Where is he? Yeah. You're the fighter, right? Yeah, he's the fighter. We'll send him around to explore. Ruined wooden house, small concrete ruin. Ah, okay. I should actually move this work area, because there's wood and stone over here. Also, Pinkman, you're better as well. We're short on wood, so let's go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, I probably should build those lumber yards and foresters. Goes and cuts down trees. So I want to fit the lumber yard like here. Right? Or do I want it out somewhere else? I think it's fine. I'll put the lumber yard here. And I'll put the forester slightly off, but I'll change the work area. Forester. I don't want to be like right next to... Maybe I just put them next to each other. That's fine, right? Okay. That? Kim? Oh, kids can harvest as well. Okay, good. So we'll keep exploring our immediate vicinity here. since it does permanently reveal things. I just gotta be prepared to run in case I encounter something. Okay, is this the edge of the map? Yes, this is the bottom right corner of the map. We'll just reveal what's here. So all of these new features, ooh, metal scrap. All of these new features kind of, oh, there's those bugs. Let's not, took some damage. How good are you at fighting? Can you wipe these guys out? No, no. Okay, they de-aggro, that's fine. They don't chase forever. Telling the specialist to attack. Oh, a large concrete ruin. That's actually useful. Telling the specialist to attack something, it's kind of hard. Because the beetles are so small. Okay, this is just a lot of pollution. If I send... I don't know if people walk around the pollution. This is just a lot of pollution. Jeez. Hopefully the Baron doesn't... How far is their aggro range? Okay, not too far. This is all just a mass of pollution. Large concrete ruin, more pollution. Some majestic deer, berries. Food is okay, so I don't have to worry about that. Water, balance is still fine. Just reveal this last bit of fog of war here, then scout up this way. Okay, on the world map, are you guys still working? We've got 40 plastic. Is it resources? None. Okay, so you'll be coming back. You're also done. So you can start scouting the next region. Because you're a scientist, so we're looking for more science. Survival skills almost done. Oh, it does pause the game when you go to the world map. Good to know. Behold, science! We got survival skills. Pack tactics, no. What I want is crowbars. Good. Researching crowbars. Okay, more deserty wasteland. And I probably don't want to be wandering too much further out than what we've scouted already. What was that? What is that? There's a sandworm. Okay, that sandworm, that's the thing that kind of killed us before. So it seems like they at least made sandworms sit much further away. Let's bring the Baron back home. He's taken some damage. Help build that house. Okay, so there's a sandworm right here. Seeing it is hard. Living beings. There we go. Can we click on it? Sandworm. Okay, these are the things that got us killed last time. I don't know how citizens react. I might want to test that in a little bit. Because the specialists are fine. That's Pinkman. I can't control individual people. But I worry if it's quite far now to do that. I worry if I, for example, set the work area over to where the sandworm is. Okay, that helps though. When you're setting work areas, it shows the animals, right? So before, it would be so easy to miss the sandworm, right? It's just not there. Oh, vote for the next catastrophe? Right. If this was live on Twitch, you guys would be able to vote. But I guess it's just going to be random for now. So that actually does solve the problem. Even if our citizens do get aggroed by the sandworm, see, it now shows right? We can set living beings to find it. I don't think that filter was there before. Move work area. Yeah, see it highlights the sandworm now? This is without the filter, it's showing the red circle. So you know, okay, there is something there. I assume it shows red circles. Okay, it doesn't show red circles on the beetles, but they're red themselves. Okay. And the red circle, pretty easy to see, even on max zoom out. Okay. And then it's just, the circle's permanently there. Great, great. It's much easier to find the sandworms now. Fantastic. You guys still haven't recovered your AP? But you, Pinkman, you should be good to go, right? Let's send you to the world map. Baron, you're gonna just chill and recover from your wounds, okay? Good. People sleeping. We should have a spare house. Yeah, we've got slots for 4 more people. Okay, if anyone does show up. Thanks, Scavenge. Waiting for orders. Oh, we queued up... Oh, my colony, until our strength engulfs the world. Look at that. You can queue up the... You can plan the movements, but they don't auto follow through. Ooh. Bandit lair. Okay, so this is all new UI. Let me try and see if I can understand this. We have 20 attack, they have 10 attack. We have 100 health, they have 40 health. Critical miss is 10% chance, critical hit is 10% chance. Understood. But now I want you to do science, though. Returning to the colony. Specialists need to carry scavenge resources back to the colony. Convenient option is to use the Return to Colony button on the Specialist's info panel, which automatically creates a route back home after giving a return command. Specialists move towards the home at the end of every turn until they reach the colony. Okay. So that helps. Alright, we got you. I want you to harvest that. So we sent Platy back home. I assume... Did we get the... Should have brought back 40 plastic, right? Is it still in your inventory? Did it deposit somewhere? It's not in the gate storage, but it's there. That's the plastic Platy brought back. Can't click on it. It should show in the storage, right?
Hi.
All the kids are just grabbing plastic. This kid has 42 out of 100 contamination. We might be getting sick very soon. These things need to be built as well. Baron, help build things. I think it's because we're out of wood. So we need to send you to harvest wood from a ruined house. Platy, you're going back to the world map. We now have free movement, I think. You should be able to do that. Get more science. Great. Platy, back out here. The Platy's worse at fighting. Can you reach any other region? Yeah, explore this region. Food, plastics. Okay. So return to colony is this button. Got it. Alright, so once the Baron's full health, I kind of want to send the Baron to go fight those bandits. Just gotta heal up a little bit. Maybe it'd be wiser to not be exploring the world map so much. We don't have enough wood to get our wood production going. That's why. We got plastic in for this. There we go. We got all the plastic in. The kids carried it over from the gate. Just short on wood. The current work area does have wood and concrete available. Metal. Can't stop progress. We got crowbars. Inventory. Capacity plus 2,000. Production plus 1 metal. Production +1 metal is actually... +1 work slot. No, we don't have enough people. The scrapper gets +1 metal. That's actually really good. Let me just check the scrapper. So currently it's 3... So 4 metal scrap turns into 3 metal and 1... No, 5 a day. Oh, it does this 5 times a day? Wait, what is this? Metal. Fiber, parts, rare metals, components, fun box. I'm not sure what this is. Junk? I don't know. Oh, we also have 196 currency. Nice. Okay, on the world map, getting more science. Okay, so this bandit, yeah, attack 10, health 40. They have wood, I think. How's the Baron feeling? 94 health. I don't want to take a chance here. So you just heal up. It's plus 20 HP a day. So one more day and that'll be good. We have so much science. We can't science any faster. Forester is complete. So the work area will be around... Yeah. The lumber yard. This will get a renewable source of wood. This is being constructed. Great. Baron's just gonna collect wood until he's healed. Here we go. Lumber yard is done. Set the work area to be the same as the forester. So they're stacked on top of this. I like the fire barrel. Okay, specialist ready for action. No, you. So there's max minus 5 HP a day. This has some risk. You? Did you just take damage? Platty? Platty just took damage. Okay. Pinkman, return to the colony. Great. And that means Pinkman just brought a bunch of meat. Yeah, see that green box there? So let's send Pinkman back out to the world map. And can you reach anything? I'm gonna send Pinkman over to scout this direction. Alright, bandits. Does this explain anything new? You've encountered bandits as taken over a location. In order to scavenge a location, a specialist must defeat the bandits first. Don't hesitate to attack even with a weak fighter. Despite their tough appearance, bandits are not very effective alone. Got it. That means sometimes they're not alone. Baron has healed up, so let's send you to the world map. Off he goes. There's some planks there. There are usually resources on the ground. You just mouse over and it says, but the gate gets in the way of this one. I'm pretty sure it used to put it into the storage in the gate. Look at our snake banner. I guess it doesn't look too bad, right? Okay, Baron. You are gonna go fight these bandits. You're our fighter, that's your job. Okay, all the specialists are out in the world. It tells me when I can do something. So we've only got 3 carriers left. Our population's kind of low to keep building new things. I probably should build... Oh, we didn't build an outhouse. Causes pollution. So I should put it like on the edge of this pollution, right? Like right on the edge. I think it's about here. Okay, we're gonna put an outhouse there. I should set up a medical tent. Probably not where it gets irradiated. Just at the end of the housing area, that makes sense. We'll put that there. Reclaimable materials completed. So this now says 4. Okay, that actually increases from 3 to 4 on the scrapper. Very nice. Inventory, scavenger teams, that's work slots. Heavy tarps, nurses, no. Exploration, bartering. Trade center unlocked. Frontier outpost. Outpost depots used for establishing and maintaining an outpost on the world map. Expanding your colony's influence past its borders is essential for the colony's survival. That's new. I'm researching it. You can actually build frontier outposts on the world map. Okay. People are kind of unhappy, I think. Happiness, yeah. Rested poorly. Yeah, these tents, I guess. Are there still berries? 6 berries here. Okay. Food, yeah, plenty. Venison, prime meat, fish. Colonist Valerie is injured. I think I got hit in the head. Valerie, what happened? Injuries and other conditions. Medical buildings left untreated could cause health loss. Got it. Priority high. Yeah, wood is low, but we have enough for the medical tent. We have a spare colonist to be a doctor. Let's get this built. Come on. We've already put it down. Okay, there we go. Medical tent being built. Valerie needs some medical attention. Anyone got moves? No. Okay. I haven't clicked this button. What's this? Overview. Oh, all the stats you need to know. Yeah, this is actually kind of handy. Colony combat. Buildings vandalized. We have 22 colony buildings. Resource production, it's all here. Water production, is that 3 surplus? No. Balance 17. Storage 300. Should I build more water storage for emergencies? Stores modest amount of clean drinking water for the colonists. Stores and distributes water for buildings within a small area. I think we don't need a tower, but I might want to just have some water storage at the end of somewhere here. Or just next to the well. That makes sense, right? Some water storage next to the well. We'll get that done. Specialist ready for action. Alright. Combat. Combat. So, 25 attack versus 10. Is that? Yeah. 25 attack versus 10. 100 health versus 40. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, they lost health. And we only took 10 damage. Oh, it's turn by turn. You're also done. You are our scientist, so you're going for that. You can scout this area. Collapsed high-rises. Max minus 10 HP per day. How about you get the electronics store? You're still... Oh, you got the canned fruit, I think. Alright. Medical tent almost done. Construction completed. Outhouse. Very nice. Building open. Patient slots 1. The people going to the outhouse are considered patients. Well, I suppose it depends what you had for lunch. What are our people eating? Venison. So the venison we got off of rats and bugs, I think. Oh, this stuff? Yeah, see? Big rat beetle carcass provides venison. I don't know if it decays. It says fresh remains of a big rat beetle. Plenty of meat still left to harvest. So this is now done. We have a doctor, Dr. Alexander, who hopefully... Yeah, we have 2 patient slots. So Valerie... Perhaps, yeah. Valerie, go to the medical tent. And that's Alexander, coming to the medical tent. So, patient slot, idling, treating. So this is one building that you want to turn on, turn off. Alexander's doing his job. Great. Frontier outpost still researching. This clean water storage. Yeah, we're low on wood. Forester. Lumberyard. Kind of short on people. I don't think I can build much more. The forester should keep the trees going though, as the lumberyard chops away. Like, we still have source of wood and concrete here. We don't have any. There was some wood here. Planks, 20 planks. That might actually be handy to go for. Are there techs for wood? Energy storage. Power source. Sawmill. Scavenging planks for construction will inevitably come to an end at some point. A proper sawmill guarantees a steady supply of that sweet, sweet timber. Right. Planks, firewood. We got 2 different... So this lumberyard is producing planks, but its sawmill's probably better. Is this treating? Okay. Treating's going fine. Anything else we definitely need to build? Torch costs wood. Let's not waste it on that. Right. There's tailor and tool shops. Costs a lot of wood, and we don't have the people. We don't have a trapper either. Oh, it produces fabric, right? From the hides, I guess. Okay. Also, in the settings, let's disable Twitch integration. I just remembered I can actually turn it off. Alright. So our little colony is looking pretty nice. Doesn't look quite like a city. Nothing horrible has happened, right? Like, in terms of bugs or game design. Everything seems to be going fine. Outposts? Okay. Outposts work as drop-off points for resources your specialists have gathered. Be careful when placing the outpost depot, because demolishing it will get rid of the outpost on the world map too. So I build an outpost in my town and then place a marker on the world map. So if I wanted to build it, Outpost Depot allows establishing an outpost in a neutral sector on the world map. Drop off the resources at the outpost and then it auto-transfers to our depot. Right. Demolishing either gets rid of the rest. I want to finish killing these bandits. Fantastic. Dust yourself off. And you know, I'm gonna tell you to return to the colony. That does need to be scavenged, but you're going for that. I feel like I should have someone back home. Okay. Everyone's working. There is a radio... Oh, we're listening to Radio Armageddon. Should we listen to... Wild Frontier? Maybe? We'll see how it sounds. Okay, so everything's... Am I not researching something? Right, we gotta... Research. I didn't actually select the new research. Basic farming. Skinning. Pack tactics. You know, farming sounds important. Let's get some basic farming going. Yeah, I need someone back home to help gather wood. We just don't have enough wood. Then again, our biggest shortage right now is people. Since this is idling, how do I... Yeah, I can kick out the person working in the medical tent. Right? Because no one's sick, no one's injured, it's fine. Okay, clean water storage, good. Alright. I think I know what this radio station's about. Alright, let's keep things running. A pandemic! The first signs of a pandemic are upon us. At first, it's just a cough, but then the fever picks up. People start dropping like flies, and the colony grinds to a halt. Now it's a question of how quick you react. Several staffed medical facilities can nullify it almost completely, but if left unchecked, it spreads like wildfire. Pandemics come in waves, infecting colonists. Untreated colonists will eventually die. The disease dehydrates the body, increasing the colony water consumption. Build enough medical facilities to treat the infected. Antibiotics speed up the healing process. Scavenge them from the world map. Unlock and build saunas to reduce the amount of sick colonists. Okay, we're gonna need a medical tent. Don't suppose I could change my research. No, can't change the research. I should probably build a second medical tent. As a backup. Priority high. It's 10 wood. Okay. 10 wood is a bit hard to get, and the Baron's not back yet. Okay, this is why you should leave one specialist at home. You lose your ability to do things, your flexibility. When a catastrophe draws near, you need to prepare. Specific details of the upcoming disaster are visible in the disaster notification. Build a lightning rod. Building safe, electrical building safe or outhouses and saunas to reduce the colony's hygiene and health. Building outhouses helps as well. Pollution 5%. Pollution 35%. Yeah, this pollution is spreading around. Okay, clean water storage is built. Are we? Production, consumption. Storage is 334 now. Efficiency 74%. We also have this well over here. 100%. And this 14. The water collector produces a lot more than the wells. Okay, the pandemic's gonna strike in a day. Yeah, we don't have enough... We don't have enough wood. But I think I take the doctor off. And I move this work area to just grab the wood. Bunker busting. New quest available. This is our first quest. This is what update 11, the latest update, is all about. An older colonist approaches with a story to tell. Oh no, that kid earlier must have been the kid in the trash home. The kid in the trash home was our first quest. This is like another quest. An older colonist approaches with a story to tell. Her now deceased father used to work as a quartermaster in the military before the bombs fell, stocking up emergency bunkers not too far from here. She even got to visit one and might still be able to point out its location. The bunker is most likely stripped empty by now, but if not, it could hold valuable resources and information. Go for it. Head to the bunker. Enter the bunker. Alright. I guess that's continuing. Let's go to the radio. Let's try skylights. Alright, this just struggling to get the plastics in. Wood. We've only got 3 in storage. We have 4 in here. So we're gonna be 3 short. I really needed to keep a specialist back home, huh? Come on, kids. Grab all that wood. Hannah, get to work. Because I think the pandemic is hitting today. Platty's been taking some damage. You return to colony. You are going for more science. Not that we really need it. You're continuing to scavenge there. Okay. You return to colony. Okay. Baron is back here. You grab wood. Okay. 7. We need 3 more wood so we can have a second medical tent set up. There was a tech to increase nurses. Increases a work slot in... I don't think we'll get it in time though. Okay. We've stocked up on water with this new water storage. Okay, Baron's gonna start hammering away at the ruined wooden house. Okay, we do actually have enough planks for the medical tent. This is just slowly producing them. This radio is pretty nice. I like this one. Skylights, huh? Alright, let's see if we can deal with this. Tent, okay. Yeah, we have... I think we have everything we need. Should I build another outhouse, just in case? Maybe we should have 2 outhouses. Right? It makes sense to have 2. Okay, the medical tent has what it needs. Construction has started. Days before the catastrophe strikes is 0. Baron's grabbing more stuff. He's our fighter, so he can stay at home in case we're under attack as well. Right, if we get attacked, that's gonna be good to have him at home. I think someone used the outhouse. Great. Increases camp hygiene, I think it did, it said. So this can hold 2 patients, right? This quest... It says head to the bunker. Is it on the world map, or is it on our... Oh, it's here. That's the bunker we're supposed to go for. Bunker busting. We have to go that way. Okay, we're gonna have to send Platty over there next. Okay, this medical tent almost built. This ruined wooden house. Like, we have a ton of concrete. We just don't really spend the concrete on things. Medical tent constructed. So I will be putting the doctors in when the pandemic strikes. Did we finish gathering those berries? Yes. We need to set this to gathering these berries. We've only got 7 berries left. Water stocked up to 700. That should be good. We currently have 17 surplus water. If consumption doubles, we'll still have surplus and a good storage. So we're ready to go. Second outhouse is being constructed right now. Did we finish researching that tech? I think we did. I just missed it. Larger larder. No. Inventory, crowbars, scavenger, teams. Increasing work slots. We're short on people. I should probably get heavy tarps for durability on the houses. Okay, the second outhouse is completed. Okay, medical tents ready to go. We have way too much science. We can't research things fast enough. It's fine. That sandworm's still there. Okay. Let's make sure we stay away from it. Specialist ready for action. Platy. You know, we don't need that food right now, so let's just uncover the bunker. I don't know if that bunker was there all the time, or it was revealed. Could you not quite reach it? Oh, okay. You're ready to go. You know, grab the planks of wood first. You got inventory space. Okay. This radio station sounds a bit like SimCity, so I'm going back to Radio Armageddon. Okay. Slowly bringing the wood in. Okay, good, good. Getting through that tech tree is hefty though, isn't it? There's so much tech to research now. Okay, is there anything I haven't clicked? No, that's the menu. Okay. I think we've kind of explored everything. Wait, what's this button? Societies. No societies found. Oh, we gotta go find societies on the world map. All right. I'd like to know what you guys think of the new graphics as well. Planks depleted. Oh, there, right. Like, it is upgraded from what I can tell. Is it... I think the main question is not whether it's better than before or not, but is it good enough? I'm a big fan of grass. And the grass looks... yeah, grass looks nice. A row of flowers. I wish they looked a bit more varied. Is that a running animation? What is that? Okay, the pandemic should be any moment now. I think when it says days to strike 0, it means less than 24 hours. So we basically got 48 hours. Oh, there we go. Pandemic. Alexander, get to work. Who else is working? Camilla. Great, get to work. Both. Pandemic is spreading. Okay, we have 2 medical tents ready to go. Four people. You can see the environment has gone foggy from the plague. Bugs are flying around. I'm not sure if you can see those. Okay, first disaster hit. We should be able to handle it though, right? We have a total population of 14. We can treat 4 at the same time. As long as they're treated quickly, right? Oh, the Baron totally harvested all the wood. Where's the next? Grab those planks. This work area needs to move. It's a concrete ruin. Concrete ruin, planks. All right. Can work on those too. Okay. What's that mean? Conditions and needs. Dirty. Right. What are those? What are these things? Are those the rats? Oh, this is the pandemic spreading. You see those little rats? They come in and like explode. That's where the... I don't think there's a thing to see the pandemics. Specialist ready for actions. Alright. You... Oh, you grabbed everything already? Should I grab that stuff? You know what? Return to the colony. You're grabbing that. Oh, you got everything already. Got all the science. Can you reach the next area to scout? No? You know, it's not the most effective, but I think scavenge, yeah, efficiency is not that great. You scout this, and then we can look at the bunker. Enter the bunker. I guess I send Platty? Alright, bunker busting. So here's a quest that was given to us on the world map. The site looks very similar to the one described by the colonist, but it's been thoroughly burned and pillaged. There is, however, a soot-covered government nuclear safety bunkers pamphlet on the floor with more local bunker locations, with all but one marked with an X. Continue to the unmarked site. Okay, more bandits there. That's some meat. There's some tools. So where is... Continue to the next unmarked site. Is it? How do we know where it is? How big is this map? Okay, that big. Enter the second bunker. I assume it's on the world map. Do we not know where it is? Oh! It's here! It's right here at home. Okay. I guess we can send the Baron out to go straight into that bunker. Oh, there's something going on at the gate. Group of survivors. 3 adults, 2 elders. And we get Rose, a new scavenger. Born and raised, a natural fast talker. She's the type of person who wraps you around her finger without noticing. She picked up the family trading business with ease. Okay, nice. Bringing in 7 corn. Must admit, I never could have done what you do. Do you sleep your nights peacefully, proud and secure, or does the responsibility keep you awake? Come on in. So that gets us a few more people, which I guess allows us to now set up a tailor. Might be building it closer to all of this stuff. Tailor takes plastic, so the tailor should be near the plastic harvesting. Objects underneath blocking. Yeah. I'm gonna put the tailor over here. And I'm gonna put the tool shop over here. So you guys can get to that. Colonist Liam is homeless, so we do actually need to build another tent. Let's get a tent down and set that as high priority. Okay, and you, the Baron, can check out the second bunker. The specialist has arrived at the bunker deep in the woods. The front door has been busted open, suggesting someone's already been here. Going further in, your specialist comes to a small control room next to a second vault-like door covered in dents and scorch marks. Oh. If we bring the scientist over, we can bypass the vault lock. I guess we can loot the control room for now. 800 science? The specialist rummages through the various desks and file cabinets in the room. There's not much left, but a thick folder of scientific materials found in one of the cabinets should provide some useful insight. 800, and it uses the whole thing. Okay, so the choice does matter. I don't know what would have been through the door. I guess you can try that yourself. 800 science sounds insane though. Looking at our science, we're not currently... There needs to be a bigger notice, no research selected. Like, how expensive are... Right? They're not that expensive. They're like 50, 300, 200. Communal living, shanty, tenement. Nurses +1, weatherproof, repair cost -3. Communal living might be good. So heavy tarps, does it just increase durability of tents? Okay. So colonist is low on tools, so we do need to get the tool thing running. This pandemic doesn't seem to be making too many people sick. But maybe because I did actually prepare for it well. Okay, so 2 colonists are infected, just as I said. All right, you're gonna help build that house. 2 colonists are infected. The pandemic finally starts hitting. The new fear of death. Yeah, can you guys go and get treated? Insufficient construction materials for tool shops. It is wood again, right? So let's send you to start continuing to gather more planks. These rats are just everywhere. You see them? Okay. So our water consumption. Production is 31, consumption is 32. So we're technically losing 1. With the new colonists, I think it did double our water consumption, but we've got 897 water stored. So I think I did prepare for it very well. The outhouses are working nicely. Good. Okay. Both sick are in here. Okay. Oh, there's still so much more to scout around. Like, we're a good 2 tiles from the edges up and down, I think. And then there's like probably 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles to the western edge. All of this. So much. Okay, the world map is pretty big. This game is designed for the long play, huh? Okay. 5 colonists are infected. We've got space for 2 more here. These should be done soon, opening up space for the 3rd one. Production limits. You can set production limits to the resources created by production buildings like tailors. You can set a limit to save storage space and release the colonists to do more important tasks. Oh, okay. So, production limit. Like, we can set it to 10. So as long as we have 10, no one should be working on basic clothing. Sturdy clothing, which takes 6. Currently we have 10 basic clothing. So we can set a production limit of 10 sturdy clothing. Priority medium. Okay. And this tool shop, almost done. Okay. Ah. Hopefully we can keep... Oh no, Alexander. Is Alexander stuck? Is this a bug? I think I found a bug. See, when you click on this medical tent, it highlights the doctor. This one, Alexander's stuck in the ground. Alexander. Oh no, Alexander. He's buried himself. This might be the first bug we've come across. Can I possibly force Alexander to go work in something else? It just always defaults to Alexander, which is... Oh, oh. Oh no, he's not stuck in the ground. He was just at home? He's now sick as well. Oh, is that just what they look like when they're inside the building? I see. So maybe it wasn't a bug, it's... Right, when they're inside the building, they're just stuck like that. That's what was confusing. So they just haven't designed the graphical element to indicate that they're sleeping in the home. Understood. Okay, you... supposed to return to the colony. You... Can we maybe... like, beeline for the edge of the map? You can uncover this region. Okay. More bandit layers, more resources. Great. 6 colonists are infected. So unfortunately, I reset the treatment on those 2 occupants. This is not so great. Perhaps I should have done the research for nurses, huh? Maybe I should have... I underestimated the pandemic. I build a 3rd medical tent. You are gonna help build that. You are gonna help build this. Let's get that 3rd medical tent down. Rose? Okay. Let's put our 2 specialists back at home to work on the medical tent. There we go. Specialist ready for action. Baron. So I probably want to bring the Baron back home, right? Okay, reveal this region. More science, we don't need that. We're just gonna start exploring regions. Oh, these bandits are a little tougher. You. Yeah, if we're not stopping for... Oh, could you actually reach? No. If we're not stopping to do things, they explore pretty quick. Low on food? Wait, we're low on food? Food storage. Okay. Things are starting to... I did research crops. Where is the green grass? Down there, right? I was saving all of this. Let's get 100% efficiency here. Right there. Kim, my head is pounding. A wandering merchant. Colorful van has arrived. A lone van rattles towards the gate, suspension creaking under the heavy load. Greetings and salutations, my good people, shouts the driver. Can I interest you fine gents and ladies with a bit of bartering on this loveliest of days? I can sell wood for science, but I can't afford anything else. I have 450 currency, but I guess he's more of a bartering person, right? He wears all of his goods. I do not need more science, and I actually prefer to keep the wood, so no deal. Some other time then, fellow gents and ladies. Don't be a stranger. The merchant stuffs his samples back to the van and climbs on the driver's seat, rattling into the distance. Best deals. Oh, off he goes. Now, 9 colonists are infected. 93, 89. Okay. 98. Our medics sure know what they're doing. Okay, we cured 2. So we have room for 4. 7 are currently infected. 2 should be getting better soon enough. We're out of plastic. Is our plastic gathering still going? It is. We can't really speed that along. Okay. Planting crops. Select next. Okay, a field of can grow a variety of crops. At first, you choose either fast-growing corn or more bountiful potato. Okay. I probably want to have 2 fields, right? Gonna have them lined up here. Okay, we're out of... These fields don't need anything. You guys just help build this. We can't do anything until we get more plastic anyway. 2 patients in there. Okay. We're researching nurses. Colonist flora is irradiated. You know, maybe I shouldn't have built near all of this stuff. Does that mean they have to contamination 100? Right. That means they have to go fear of death. Go to the medical tents as well. Okay. Construction completed. We need corn. Okay, water is now -5. Storage is going okay. Laura's just glowing. 2 colonists are irradiated. 5 colonists are infected. Is anyone on the world map? Hex is carrying plastic. I didn't realize we just totally ran out of plastic. I'm also gonna grow corn here to get food faster. We're out of food. We're starving. I thought this was going so easily, and then the first disaster hit, and I thought I was so well prepared, but it lasts for so long. Does the pandemic last until everyone is cured? Specialist ready for action. Okay, you have all that plastic. Return to colony. You're not you're actually holding 47 food. You also return to colony. We actually don't need I think we spent all the plastic on manufacturing clothes. Sturdy clothing. Let's go back to basic clothing. Production limit 10, which we have 10. Okay, don't use any plastic on clothing. This tool shop. Waiting for a worker. The recipe is... It costs 4 more to do the high quality tools. I think durable tools. Basic tools. Production limit 10. We do have some metal. 6 colonists are infected. Back to health, back to work. Malnutrition. Your colonists need a varied diet of both vegetables and meat, so make sure you are steadily providing both options. Malnourishment is a serious condition. Got it. Also, you guys can go hunting. Let's kill some deer. We can get some food this way. Benjamin was born. We're having kids in this situation. Okay. Hunt the majestic deer. Kill them all. Okay. You grab that. You grab that. Okay, that's 16 venison per. Okay, we got the small fields going. 1 field's planted, 1 field's planting. We're still gathering berries from here. Okay. 5 colonists are infected. I got the tech for more nurses to help cure people. Great. Okay, food. Anything we can do here? We got basic farming, skinning, pack tactics, no survival skills, larger larder. This leads to communal eating, the cookhouse, and logging camp. Line cooks, aquaculture, aqua farm. I think I should go down the food tech tree for a little bit. Medical tents are going. We've doubled up on doctors or nurses. Okay. No one died. No one died yet. So far. I think we did. Have we cured the irradiation? You're infected. There's 2 people infected that aren't. Right, one of the patient slots right now is for an irradiated person. Okay, 4 colonists infected. And then I think 2 were irradiated. Colonist Valerie died because of the infection. No, I just said no one died. One of your colonists has sadly died. Build a burial pit before the corpse starts rotting and spreading disease. Got it. Right. I just got reminded of my last experience with the sandworm. What happened before is I would send someone to go collect resources near the sandworm, and then the sandworm killed someone, and then we had a burial pit, so people would try and collect the body, and the sandworm would aggro them, so everyone who went to collect the body just became a new body. That was a problem. Main lesson is kill the sandworm first. Now, we're gonna need a burial pit, which costs 10 plastic as well. Jeez. Well, we've got that prioritized. I guess we just pop the burial pit over here. Right, he'll eventually go there. Deer carcass was depleted. Okay. 2 colonists are still infected. Alright, I think we can fit everyone. Specialist ready for action. Who we got? Baron going for the tools. Flatty, returning to colony. X, returning to colony. Wow, we're just like 2 regions out and it's so far. No free carriers left. Okay, right, because someone died. So I'm gonna set you... Okay, we got some food going. You need to start harvesting that deer carcass. We have no free carriers, but right now we can't... Because of irradiated people, we still can't treat everyone. Deer carcass depleted. Low on tools, right. Resources are on the way. The water collector.
Huh?
Oh, everything came to a head at the same time, huh? Don't even know where all this plastic is going. It can't be going into this. Oh, we did lose some clothes. Okay, so I think I gotta turn off the tailor. Okay. We have 1 dead body over there, unfortunately. It's not enough plastic. Okay. This field is still planting. A bandit is at the gate. Or anything, I'm gonna bring you over here. He's acting a bit weird. Trader bandit. A man approaches the gate with a hefty backpack, bursting out the seams with blueprints, measuring sticks, and other items. He has all the usual bandit trappings, but is acting in a very unbandit-like fashion. Oi oi! Might I address whomever's in charge? The master builder is here, and you better listen. He's building a monument of sorts and needs construction materials. So how's about we trade, eh? We can give... Is that food? He gives us food, he can give us medical supplies for plastic. Ask if he has something more exciting to trade. I'm gonna ask. Do I look like a dealer of flesh to you? Me? I'm an honest bandit, just wanting to make my mark on the world. Goodbye! The bandit's visibly upset by the inquiry and sets off with a brisk pace into the distance. Okay, fine. No problem. Okay, we got some plastic in. We can get this medical tent built up. The medical tents are all still filled with patients. It's because everyone's getting irradiated during the pandemic. The pandemic's no longer continuing. I just realized. So we lost 1 colonist, which I think was a child. Right, Valerie. Cause of death, infection. Yeah. Yeah, we need 3 medical tents to deal with the pandemic, because radiation can become a problem immediately as well. Nope, that's supposed to go there. Okay. I'm losing my hair. Oh no. Yeah, it's the radiation. At least the corn's growing in now. You're still harvesting from that deer carcass. Deer carcass depleted. So that gives us a little bit of food. Wood and concrete is fine. Underground ruins. I think we can just tell you to start... Yeah, you just start working on that concrete ruin. And you... work on these planks. I should send them to some other planks, right? Berries. I should set them to gather berries, because we're short on food. We currently only have 9 berries. Specialist ready for action. Okay. You are bringing back food. You are bringing back plastic. Okay. Got a big source of plastic now, so we should be able to get this medical tent built. We're gonna help build the medical tent. Because despite everything, we still can't heal everyone in one go. Wait, no, these are idling now. Okay. Good. I think we can... I can take all these people off. You need to go get healed. Alexander. Yeah. Dirty radiation sickness. Finally, the medical tent can be built. After everything's done. Ah, you really can't build things during the disaster, huh? Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna prepare this tenement. Cost-effective form of housing for several colonists. Some protection against radiation and catastrophes. Colonists are less likely to reproduce in cramped shelters like this. Right. Shanties. Improved shelter that gives some protection against radiation and is not as easily destroyed as tents. Minor happiness bonus. Houses 3 instead of 2. Doesn't take plastic. Can we upgrade tents? Is it bigger? It is bigger. It's quite a lot bigger. Where do I want this to go? I don't want to take over the farmland too much. Do we have spare housing right now? No, everywhere's full. So I need to slowly replace... A little awkward, but... For planning, I'm gonna demolish this. Okay, and then I can build the shanty. I think it'll be going here. Wanna measure this correctly. Is that correct? You know, I'm just gonna demolish everything. So I can just place 3 in one go. Okay. Now you build that. You build that. You... No. You're still getting berries. Okay. Layla was born. 7 colonists are homeless, and then we also need to get... a small amount of fiber, animal hides. So this just needs trees to do this, huh? If I just pop this here, it should work, right? I can get a new source of food, and also probably want a second fishing hut. I can fit this somewhere. Positioning the fishing hut is actually kind of tricky. Gotta build that. So this is just gonna take a lot of wood, a lot of concrete, some plastic, wood. So we just need lots of wood. He's also taking wood, concrete, metal. Alright, so we're sorting out the homelessness. 7 are homeless, so we'll get 2 of these shanties down quick. Then we're gonna need more wood, I think, to build everything we need. Water supply. Balance is surplus of 10, storage back to 900. Everyone has cured up. No one's irradiated. Okay, so we can disable the doctors. Alright, the burial pit. That needs to keep going as well. 3 colonists are homeless. Yeah, we need to start collecting more wood. Two constructions finished. You're gonna help clear off that wood as well. The corn growing 46%, 29%. It's slowly coming through. To maybe stabilize our food supply. Select next. So I want to swap one to potatoes. Burial pit is constructed. Alexander from doctor to mortician. We can now finally bury Valerie, who's been there for a little bit too long. These shanties, looking good. We can... Colonist Hannah is infected, which means we do need a doctor. I think I will get this fishing hut prioritized. Insufficient materials for fishing hut. This trapper has everything it needs, so get that building. I'm gonna set you to get the trapper built quickly. We just need a bit more wood here, so we've got Hex doing that. You. Large concrete ruin. We don't need concrete. Is there any more wood? We're actually running out of wood. I think I should really get to that next wood tech, right? There's no more wood. There's some over here. Alright. Start harvesting that. Okay, we have one homeless colonist. Okay. The trapper's down. That should start getting some meat. Efficiency is only 58%. That's a bit of a problem. I mean, I could move the work area for planting trees to around the trapper. That might actually increase efficiency, right? Specialist ready for action. Who's still out here? The Baron. Right. You're collecting these tools. Only one specialist is on the world map. And I really want to stabilize our colony here. I really want to stabilize the colony. Okay. I think everything else is working okay. I can assign the worker back to the tailor. We do have the plastic performed. Oh right, tech. Okay, there needs to be something better to remind me of the tech. What was the thing we wanted? Production, right? We can only go to inventory. But I wanted to... Wind power, tough bearings, solar power, transformers, apprentice. Power saws unlocks a sawmill. It's a long ways away. Colonist Hannah is infected, but she's not going to the doctor. The trapper's down. You're gonna finish those planks. Rose, help build the fishing hut. Depleted. Okay, Platy, you can go back to the world map. Okay, I think we did bury one person. We can take Alexander off of the burial pit. 1 out of 30. Specialist ready for action. Okay, Platty. Let's beeline west. Okay. So we can harvest the corn at any time and it just yields less. Right now we'll get 10. So if we... The fields are good to have because if we just suddenly run out of resources, we can just harvest it now. You going to the doctor, Hannah? Right? You're in... She's infected. It's from the pandemic, I think. Or maybe it's just general infection. Rested poorly. Okay, she's in... Occupants 1 out of 2. Okay, being treated. Let's get 2 doctors in there, make sure she's feeling fine. Hex. Go grab berries. Pinkman. You're harvesting things. Rose. Building this. No free carriers left. Guys, I found a bug. She just Jesus walks over from the fishing hut. Okay. So that should stabilize our food supply, but now we're out of people again. So let's do that. There's a patient in here, but it says idling. Now it says treating. Okay. We do need a free carrier, don't we? Alexander should be able to handle this. I kind of want an idling specialist button, right? If a specialist is not doing anything, I want it to show that the specialist is idling. Like maybe an icon up here saying they're like ready to do something, or just a highlight. Okay, so we should be doubling our fishing hut, doubling our fish. We've got fields, and we put down a trapper. I don't know if we can increase this 58% efficiency for the trapper by planting trees with this forester. Like, I don't know if that's actually working. He's like digging and planting trees, so it should work. Right? Hopefully. Okay. You... Revealing this. What is that? A bandit lair. Well, like, Platty's just a little bit stronger. Bandit camps. Organized bandit societies. The sectors with bandit camps are fully under hostile control, and other locations in the sector remain hidden until the bandit camp is destroyed. Defeating the bandit camp requires more combat skill than defeating small scattered bandit groups. Got it. Since it is... No, don't return to colony. You stay here. If I get Platty and the Baron over, perhaps we could... What is he harvesting? The tools? Cancel mission. Okay. He currently has 18. We can drop those off, bring the Baron over, and maybe we can take out the bandit camp. Anna, 46% treated. Can you die when you're being treated? Not sure. Okay. Food's looking good. There we go. We've got venison, berries, canned fruit. Right, we brought those back. You're idling. You can go grab those berries. You're getting wood. You're getting berries. Okay. Having specialists at home really does just speed everything up. This gets a consistent source of venison. And you can so easily just run out of people. Small concrete ruin depleted. Yeah, our harvesting is starting to run out of good spots. That's all concrete. Concrete, that's concrete. That's timber. That's timber. Oh, there's some timber right there. Been missing that. Let's just focus on that timber. Research completed. We can work over to wind turbines, solar panels, wind turbines. Let's get some electricity. Corn is 75 and 59%. Okay. Don't think we need to be building anything else, right? This outpost depot. You know, I'm gonna build the outpost depot. It should be with all our other storage. Like this. So everything stays centralized. I'm gonna build this. And you help build that. I think we have everything we need. A little short on metal. We have the plastic though. I'm gonna pause tool production so that we can actually get this outpost depot built, and then I want to see how it actually works. Priority high. So bandits don't count as a faction, a society, right? Bandits aren't a society. This still says 58%. But nothing's changed yet. Rats are eating the crops! Crops can endure only so much. Crops can wither during catastrophes like heat wave or fallout, or be damaged by events like the rat swarm. Protect your plants from dying or harvest them before it's too late. Harvest now. Can you kill these rats? No? Oh, they're gone. They just damaged. Fine. Thanks depleted. Okay. So there's a lot of these little setbacks now. And everything sort of feels like it's going fine, it's going fine, it's going fine, and then something just hits you. Specialist ready for action. So walking through here, I don't know if we take damage. So you're just gonna do that. Baron? You're gonna make your way over as well. That's antibiotics. And rippers. What is it they have in their inventory? I can't click on them to hold the UI, but I don't know what this is. It looks like worms. Wait, what was that as well? Cockroaches. From It's a roach motel. Is that a food source? I guess it is. I guess cockroaches are food source. Okay, this outpost depot can be constructed. Can you just help build this as well? I did set this to harvest now, but Okay. Outpost depot almost done. So we can establish an outpost at any of these locations. Right. So, if I wanted, I can set an outpost depot here. Transport scavenge resources. So now, Platy can go harvest these things and drop them off right there. Rather than walking all the way back. But you gotta build one for each one, I think, right? View outpost. It's right there. Okay. I think we are still planting trees here. Yeah, look at that. Okay. You guys... just grab these berries. What's going on with our outhouse? They look like they're cursed. Recycler polluted. Order your colonists to decontaminate the building. Oh, that's what it means. They're contaminated. Alright, no one's sick. We can take Alexander out of the med tent. We can resume working on basic tools. Some buildings require energy. Can produce energy in various ways, then distributed with transformers. To get a head start to a more advanced society, gather components and parts. Got it. So that unlocks an... we got another tech, so we got wind power, I think. So from power, we can do energy storage and then things that use power. I see. We just harvested some corn and we'll grow another bit of corn. This needs to move work area. Get that concrete, I guess. A specialist ready for action. So Platy, we can just start grabbing some stuff there. Actually, yeah, there's nothing in her inventory. Baron, still making your way over. Okay. So he's holding 18 tools. Everything's going nicely. Alright, so I think our initial setup is good. Only one person has died. Only one person died. And everything is just nice and chill until it all just goes to hell. Berries depleted. Okay. You two, there was planks right here. Just deplete those. 15 planks. Right there. I've been missing them the whole time. 3 deposits depleted. I've been slowly planting trees here, but I think there's still trees to cut. That's still going. Oh, there's a quest! Old world and knowledge. A colonist comes to you offering advice. Before finding your colony, she tried to navigate using the larger landmarks as waypoints. One of these was a once magnificent building, which seemed to have deteriorated just enough to allow a resourceful individual to slip in. What's more, few dared to venture close to such places. Find the nuclear plant. The nuclear plant. It's right there. Okay. First, I'm beelining the Baron up this way. You are gonna grab some of those. Oh, you took some damage from that? Max minus 10 HP a day. Okay. Bit risky. Bit risky. Meanwhile, I'm gonna send... Who's not doing anything? Scavenger. I'm gonna send Rose to the world map. And Rose, you're gonna go to the nuclear plant. Right there. Okay. You're idling, so we did actually get all that wood, I think. Just finish off that concrete ruin. Slowly clear things. Okay, we harvested a lot of stuff. Layla's irradiated. Specialist is ready to go. Let's get to the nuclear plant. The old nuclear plant looms over the scenery, as imposing as ever. A quick inspection reveals that one door has indeed rusted enough to be pried open. Unfortunately, the workers of the facility seem to have predicted this. The hallway soon ends with an improvised solid blockade. There is a message on a nearby wall. Place too dangerous. Meet at museum to share our wisdom. Head to the museum. Where's the museum? It's right here. Okay. Baron. We're coming this way. Flatty. Cancel mission. You grab 10. So I'm just gonna pop the 10 antibiotics into there. Research complete. So we can now research power source. And also maybe build, we got this new power thing, wind turbine. And we can build a battery rack next to the wind turbine. We can get those going. I think we don't have the parts required. Layla's feeling fantastic. Great. We can take the doctor off. You're not doing anything. There's berries right there. You're not doing... You can help build... Oh, this needs to be decontaminated. Our water storage is contaminated. Colonist request someone to venture outside the gate. A couple of colonists approach you, requesting permission to open the gate. They've heard animal noises not too far away and would like to go hunting. It's dangerous business where people might get injured or worse, but the food could come in handy. Sure, let the party go for a hunt. Hunters return with meat. 20. There was indeed a herd of some a ways outside the gate, grazing the glowing grass. That sounds dangerous. Their crude tactics paid off and the colony received a nice haunch of meat. Great. So, Platty can now drop off those there, and we can meet up these two. And if I go back to here, there's now 10 antibiotics right there. Just delivered right straight to home. Great. 10 antibiotics. Also, the museum. You are heading towards the museum. Okay. I think I planned this pretty nicely. These trees are starting to disappear. There should still be enough to keep it going. I've been planting trees all along here. So, you can see here. This should auto-update, honestly speaking. It's currently 58% like when I placed it, but I've been planting trees, so now if I move the work area and place it exactly where it is already, it goes up to 62%. Right? But you gotta do that, I think. I'm not sure whether the percentage just doesn't update, or it really, the efficiency doesn't update. And I'm gonna move this work area back here, because we're running out of trees to chop down. So, go back to planting trees there. Good, good. Also, yeah, we don't have any parts. The battery rack is built, but we don't have parts for the wind turbine. The nearest bit of parts... Take your way over, Indio. Nearest parts was... there. Well, I'm gonna go attack these bandits. Can Platy reach? Yes. Okay, so we're gonna send 2 specialists into here. Baron is gonna go ahead and hit them first. Attack the bandit lair. We couldn't reach? Okay. I'm just gonna move Platy up as well. And not attack. Okay. Next turn. Can't quite get that. Fine. It's okay. 62%. I'm not sure if there's still trees that are growing. Should never doubt human ingenuity. New tech. Biofuel formula. Craftsmanship. So I got power saws and the sawmill, but that requires power, right? Junk recycling. Scrapper's side project. Produces junk. And this allows us to produce parts. Ah! So that's what this is. It is junk. I did actually guess that it's junk. See that? But I don't know if it shows... like how much junk we have. Is it in our stats? Materials. Junk. 27. Okay, so we have 27 junk, so there's actually a building that can turn junk into parts. It probably needs power, so it's not quite ready to go, but I think that's how that sort of goes. Do we need someone working at the gate? I don't know what they do. Don't know what they do at the gate. Maybe someone needs to work there just for the gate to function. No active deposits. Wow. We're burning through things. Berries depleted. Okay. So you guys are idling. You grab those berries. Specialist ready to go. So first I want to get to the museum. Continue this quest of old world knowledge. The museum has certainly seen better days. Its front has collapsed either due to past events or some more recent scuffle. However, there is just enough of an opening for the specialist to slip inside. A massive brontosaurus skeleton decorates the museum's lounge. Reminder of yet another bygone era. Behind it, the wall has been covered in scientific text and formulas. Copy the text and look around. So if we were a scientist, we could copy the text and inspect it, but we're a scavenger, so at least we're not just copy the text. Copy the text. I can return later, but you know what? Copy the text and look around. So we get the 600 science, clothes, and electronics. After copying the text, the scavenger makes a quick round around the museum. There aren't really any valuables left, but a resourceful eye will always find something. The scavenger yanks the clothes off the exhibition's plastic nobleman and gathers together some electronics before heading out. Okay, scientists probably would have given more science, which... Actually, I thought we had way too much science, but we've been spending it. We've been spending it. Okay, time to clear these bandits. Baron, attack the bandit lair. Alright, Platy. We're gonna take some hits here, but shouldn't die. Okay, specialist hurt. How to heal them. Yeah, just send them back to the colony. Got it. So this bandit should be able to be killed. Oh, can we just... attack again? Oh, it only uses one. That was only one AP. And now we can send Platty to go get those parts, and the Baron to go get the medicine. Oh, that worked out really nicely. And there's parts right here, which is just what we need to get electricity running. See, now if I replace the... Oh, see, it's actually gone up. 62% to 63%. I think a tree grew. A tree grew from the planting. Yeah, there used to be just one tree here. Now there's like 3. They're just sort of crowded up. So reforesting does help. Though here we've chopped down quite a bit. Okay. I think that's been a pretty good look at surviving the aftermath. It's overall been a much more pleasant and fulfilling experience. And a reminder, this was this is a sponsored video, but the only requirements that they asked me to share was to tell you that this game has come to Steam. It's in early access, but the full release is soon, I think in early 2021. So this game is got a few more updates to go. But so far, it's a lot more solid than it used to be. Graphically, it is improved. I think I remember it looking jankier. Now it looks kind of... It's more cohesive, I think. I mean, it's not like the prettiest, most amazing looking game in the world, but everything looks like it belongs, right, as we scroll through. Contamination looks a bit magical, but not the worst thing. At least it's clear. They've moved sandworms to be much further out. Where was the sandworm? Over here, right? And if I recall correctly, is this the sandworm that we were looking at? If I tell these specialists to go attack the sandworm, didn't I select 2? Are they both here? Yeah, they're just stacked. Colonist Amelia is irradiated. Let's see, last time we could just shoot the sandworm from a distance, but now the sandworm spits at us, I think. Yeah, so it does fight back. So I'm gonna pull you back. No, don't go there. Okay, is this behavior a bit weird? I've aggroed it with... Oh, he's still taking damage. Can you not be here? Okay, I glitched the sandworm. So now Pinkman can just shoot at it forever. You, Hex, come back here. And we killed the sandworm. Sure, we can get venison from that. I feel like venison needs quote marks in this. Oh, there's rat beetles right there. Don't aggro. Okay. And the colonists want to talk. Suddenly everything's going on. Looting a local. A couple of your colonists have spotted some sort of vehicle stuck down a deep crevasse. It might still have some useful stuff left inside of it, but climbing down without proper gear will be dangerous. They want to try it nonetheless. Claiming it will surely be worth the effort. Let them try. One colonist injured and we got 4 electronics. We need 2 doctors in there. 2 doctors in the house. We got irradiated and injured. Okay, so the worms being way out there and permanently marked with a red circle is great. You can see that field mouse also has a red circle. Everything's playing in a way that makes sense. I feel like more stuff could be happening for the normal AI that we picked, but perhaps it might be more exciting if you just pick chaotic, because then things are just constantly happening. So chaotic might be a more exciting way to play this game, but if you want a more chill experience, then the normal difficulty or the normal AI event list, the tough but fair, seems to be good, right? Right? And, you know, the quests are a nice little addition. Where did I want to send you? Go get parts. Right? You know, there is sort of a slow flow of things happening, which is nice. Maybe because I was sticking to the first normal speed the whole time. Like, I feel like maybe I should have just been playing on fast. Right? Maybe fast is actually the more appropriate speed to play because things just kind of happen and continue faster. Because, like, waiting for that pandemic, 2 days felt like a long time. But we've built a pretty decent colony here. Right? Everything's working. Population's 22 now, with 3 carriers left, 14 workers, 4 elders, 13 adults, 5 children. Shelter space for 1. And someone else is injured and berries were depleted. Okay. Maybe I could have built things a little bit better, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Right? This all went pretty good. Right? Right. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much for joining. This has been Surviving the Aftermath, which is going through early access, and the difference between when I first tried it months ago and today, the improvements are noticeable. I feel like overall it could be more exciting, so I think I would recommend playing on the chaotic AI, the chaotic, you know, when we had the setup of the map. I'd probably go for chaotic. It's just more, I think more stuff will be just happening all the time, right? That should be more interesting. But the world map stuff, that's feeling good. The quests, they're a little bit simple, but it's a nice addition. I would like slightly more difficult decisions to be happening, but, you know, we've only been playing for like 2.5 hours, so we're not that far into the game, and we haven't like really explored into the far reaches of the world map. So there's probably still a lot more, but I think we've covered the basics. We've only got 5 out of 10 possible specialists. The specialists feel so much more useful than before. They're just doing everything, which is great. And yeah, things are starting to go wrong. 4 colonists are irradiated. We need more doctors. But yeah, it's all progressing well. I'm looking forward to the full release, early 2021. But if you want to check out the game now and you like what you see now, then there'll be a link down below to check it out on Steam. And it's on Steam now, which I think a lot of people were waiting for. And yeah, post-apocalyptic survival city building. It's solid. It's solid. Much better than last time. I'm not getting so frustrated and rage quitting. It had some issues last time. Some animation issues still here. But in terms of bugs, I only thought we had one, but I don't think we encountered a bug then, right? Which is good, as far as I can tell. I don't recall a bug actually happening, which is an improvement. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. You can check out more videos and stuff all linked down below, along with the Steam page for Surviving the Aftermath, and that's gonna be it. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Bye.